Okay. Guess I was busy this month. Oh my god, this is heavy as fuck, and I'm just standing here. I'm just a girl standing in front of a stack of books. Anyways. Hi guys, welcome back to a new video of mine. My name is Emily and I love talking about books. And in today's video, it is wrap up time. Obviously, it's the end of the month, so we're going to be talking about all the books I read in April. That is crazy. It is almost summer and I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. I'm so excited for May. It's gonna be amazing. So let's talk about the books I read. You just saw the stack. It was quite a lot, and it was quite like, it wasn't like a lot of books, like obviously it was, but number wise, but page wise it was, because I read 2 books over 800 pages, and you can guess right now which books those were. And if you guess correctly and write it in the comments, great job. And then I had like 1, 2, 3, 4-ish books over 450 plus pages. So we have quite the, I don't even know, you know what I mean. So let's talk about it. All in all, I had a pretty good reading month, but let's start off with the first one. And that was Nin House. I read that one for a video where I couldn't decide what I wanted to read, so this was chosen for me, and I was excited for it because I love Liva Dugo and I still love her. I just wasn't the biggest fan of this book because it was very like a lot of information, not a lot of humor, and just very like heavy and stuff, and I just personally didn't love it as much, so I gave it 3.5 stars. But I'm still going to continue with the series. I think I'm very interested, but it definitely wasn't like Six of Crows' love level for me, which is kind of sad. But I'm glad I finally read it because it's been on my TBR for probably about a year, so I'm glad it's off the TBR. That is pretty nice, not gonna lie. And yeah, this is about Alice Stern, who starts at Yale, and she's part of a secret society that is involving like magic and ghosts because she can see ghosts, and that's why she is being admitted to Yale, even though she doesn't have like the grades and stuff, because she's part of the secret society. So yeah, and then a lot of shit goes on. It's kind of like a murder mystery, which I do think was very interesting, but the magic wasn't like for me, and maybe it was the time of year, like maybe this would have hit a lot harder in the autumn or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I read it. I feel like honestly the bang of the month were honestly at the end of the month, so keep watching. The next book I read was The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. I actually listened to this because I didn't hear like great reviews, so I was kind of like, I'm not gonna read this anytime soon, so just listen to it. And I'm glad because it's on my TBR. And normally I don't like listen to books I have on my little TBR because I paid for them, but with this one I did. Sue me. And it was a good audiobook. It took place in Australia, so I love the accent. I think that was honestly what I loved most about this book, and I did enjoy the characters and the plot twist, and it wasn't like bad. Like I thought it was gonna be like a 1-star super boring book, but it definitely wasn't. Like I still gave it 3.5 stars, so it really wasn't like bad or anything. It just wasn't like, oh my goodness, crazy. Like I probably would have been more bored if I would have read it, you know? But I'm glad I read it, or listened to it. You know what I mean. And then I read Happily Never After. I gave that book a 2 stars. I love Lynn Painter and I love her writing, and it was really like quick and easy to read. Just removing my bookmark because I don't think I'm gonna get back to it, because I did stop like 75 pages before I finished it because I just did not care. I was like, I know where this is gonna end, I know how it's gonna end, it's just, I just did not care at all. And yeah, that was the main issue, and it was just a little bit predictable and silly. But if you're guys in for a silly little romance with no depth at all, just funny, short story, I would recommend this book probably, because that's what it is. It's basically about Sophie and Max, who Max stops Sophie from marrying a douche, but he's paid to do that, so it's like, oh, like she's glad he did that because she didn't know how else to get out of the wedding with this man. So, and he was like, no, you can't marry her. And then they fell in love. I don't even know. It's been a long time, like 20 days. But yeah, 2 stars. Then I did a video where I started this book series for 24-hour readathon, and that was fun, but it was a lot, so go watch that video. But the first book I read in that one was Emily White's Encyclopedia of Favories, or I almost read it and then I finished it off later in the month, but majority of it I read in the video, and I enjoyed it. I liked the banter. I loved the male main character in this book. He was so funny. Their banter was just out of this world, but it was just very cozy, very like a little bit of textbook-ish. So I don't know if I like loved it, but I think I'm gonna continue the series, but I'm not 100% sure when. But I did enjoy it. I just probably had higher expectations and I thought I was gonna like love it, and I did not. So yeah, but I still gave it 3.5 stars. Yeah, I really had a rough start to the month. Then, after 4 books, things started to look up with Clockwork Angel, and the first book in the Inferno Devices series, which I am so glad I finally read it because I've been meaning to continue with the Shadowhunters universe for so long, so I'm glad I did, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm enjoying it more than City of that Mortal Instruments, because I think I'm just more used to those characters and I love their family, and like I just have read more books of them, so I don't want to compare yet, but it was a really good start to the series and I'm excited to keep going. But yeah, I really enjoyed it and I gave it 4.5 stars because I honestly loved Tess. She was a great, or Tessa. She was a great female main character, and also, but the 2 boys, I am a little bit scared of a love triangle, but I'm hoping it won't be like that. But I'm excited to read the next book, hopefully in May. So this was good. This was finally a really good one and I was loving it during the 24-hour readathon, so that was very good. And then the last book I started for that 24-hour readathon was Binding 13. I was really like skeptical going into this. I mean, I've been pushing off reading this book for I think years now, like since like it became popular. I was like, no, I'm not gonna enjoy this. This is way too much drama, rugby, Ireland, nah. Like a romance shouldn't be this long. And I still think it is a very long romance book, but it was definitely worth it and I really loved it, and I gave it a 4.7.5 star rating, so it was almost 5 stars. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The banter between Johnny and Shannon was so good, like them starting to become a thing, but not really, because they both had issues that I kind of didn't allow them to be together, and it was really sad to be aware of the trigger warnings because Shannon's home life is truly horrible, and I am just too stunned to speak after what her dad did. It is honestly crazy, but yeah, a lot of domestic violence, which you'll learn very early on, so it's not like a spoiler, but just be aware going into it. But yeah, and Johnny, he was everything. He was truly everything. And then later in the month, but I'm just gonna say with this one right here, I read Keeping 13. I just finished it actually earlier this morning so that I could film this video. And like, guys, I read these 2 brings of a book in 1 month. Like honestly, these 2 alone is an achievement. I'm so excited. Just put them on my shelf and be like, I read those. I read them in both in 2 days, like 2 days. I'm very proud of myself. My attempt honestly flew. Like I think I read these 2 quicker than Happily Never After. So you know, don't be scared of the length because it honestly goes by really quickly because of the writing. And it's very entertaining and crazy shit happens. Like in this one, shit literally blew up and I could not stop reading. And I'm so excited for Joey's book. Like I think I was like halfway done with Keeping 13. I was like, I need Joey's book immediately. I know everybody's like way more excited for Gibbsy, but like I am so excited for Joey's book. Way more excited for Gibbsy's, and I know they're all out. I can read them right now. But like Joey, Gibbsy, sorry. I'm so excited for Joey's book. And like, I was giggling and kicking my feet all day yesterday reading this book because there were so many funny parts. I thought this was going to be like super, super, super sad, and it definitely is sad, but so funny. So funny at the same time. So funny. So I really enjoyed it, and I actually gave this one 5 stars. So yeah, I'm so glad I finally read these. Oh my goodness. So glad. So glad. Something spoke to me in the beginning of April. I was like, Emily, you should actually try these books. And I did, and I loved it, and I'm so glad. And I will never judge a book talk or book table or anything before anymore, whatever, because I love it. I'm a little bit nervous because I obviously moved. I don't think I've this video is literally all over the place, but I moved. So this is why my background is different. You should see one of my last videos. I talked about it there, and yeah, now I have a roommate, and it's a bit weird to talk when she's here listening to it probably. Like, but it's fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed these 2 books, and I'm definitely going to continue with it very soon because it's very exciting. Then I did another reading vlog where I only read new releases, and that video is already out, so go watch it if you want like more in detailed thoughts about these books, because I feel like they're very like on the point right now. Books like very like talked about right now. But yeah, the first book I read was The Woman by Kristen Hanna, which was her new release, and it gets a star just for the floppiness alone because amazing. But yeah, this book I'm gonna give it 4.25 stars. I don't think it's my favorite by Kristen Hanna. It just wasn't sad enough, honestly. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. But it was still super, super good. It is about a woman going into the Vietnam War as a nurse and coming out of it again and struggling with in the war and outside of the war, and how America is dealing with the veterans coming back from the Vietnam War, because it was very different than you would expect. I did not know anything about that because I'm obviously German, so not my specialty. But I really enjoyed this book. This book was so good, and I would definitely recommend reading it. And it's sad. I'm just saying, it's sad and shocking. The plot twists were good. Then I read The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, her new YA murder mystery book, or more like about a disappearance of Rachel Price. But then she reappears while they're filming a documentary about her disappearance, and it was good. It just wasn't as good as the other books by Holly Jackson, I would say. Like, this definitely is on the lower period of it, but they're still all really, really good, and I enjoyed my time reading it. It was gripping, entertaining, a really good book, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I'm just not like, whoa, oh my goodness, shook. And it was just long, and the main character was really, 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 really rude. Extremely rude. So I didn't love that. Like, you know, Belle, did you have to say all of that to your mom who just reappeared after 16 years? I don't know. And then I read 2 romance books that were very highly anticipated, and that were Just for Summer by Abby Jimenez and Funny Story by Emily Henry. Guys, my Goodreads still has no rating for both of these books because I still don't know. I don't know this one is a 5-star, this one is a 5-star, or none of them are 5 stars. So I'm gonna say 4.5 for both of them. But I don't know. It's so hard because I love this one. But I did love this one, I think, a little bit more. But the writing of this one was better, but I don't know. And I could just both write them 5 stars, but I can't. I don't know. But yeah, Just for the Summer is about Justin and Emma who meet over a Reddit story because both of their ex-partners, when they break up with them, they always find their soulmate right after them. So they were like, let's date each other and then they'll cancel each other out and we will find our soulmate after we break up. But honestly, I love their romance and it was really good. It was really deep because they both have mommy issues. The moms, especially one. The parents this month are shocking. Honestly, shocking. So many of them, shocking. I could be like, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 parents were just shit this month. But yeah, but honestly the best thing was the plot twists and the Easter eggs from just yours truly and A Part of Your World, because I was shocked. So yeah, 4.5 stars right now. Don't hold me to it though, thank you. And then obviously, funny story, I was so excited for this book, probably the most excited I was for release in a long time, and it definitely doesn't disappoint. I think it's gonna get place 2 on my Emily Henry ratings now that I've thought about it longer, but I do want to reread Book Lovers just to be like 100% sure, because that's currently number 1. But yeah, this one is about Daphne and Miles, and their partners get together. So yeah, and then Daphne moves in with Miles because her fiance or ex-fiance kicks her out. So they're living together, being roommates, which is so fun. It was honestly giving New Girl. Very much. Like Jess and Nick, 100%. And yeah, they are just discovering Michigan in the summer and falling in love, and it was so good. And yeah, I just love Emily Henry's writing and everything, so really good. Really, really good one. 4.5 right now. And then I read The Last Hero by Rick Riordan, The Heroes of Olympus, for another video that I'm currently still filming. But yeah, this was such a entertaining book. Honestly, love Rick Riordan's writing and his stories and everything. I was just missing Percy. Honestly, I was reading Jason's QVs and I was like, give me Percy Jackson please back. But he will be in the second one, so I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to where it goes. Honestly, the ending was kind of crazy and definitely a very good lead up to the next book, which I do think is going to be crazy. But they just can't catch a break, can they? They just can't catch a break. But yeah, and this is about Leo, Jason, and Piper, and they are now the new heroes, and they need to go on a quest. Obviously. But yeah, very entertaining, very fun. Yeah, very good. So I gave that one 4 stars. Just missing Percy Jackson. And yeah, then I just read, obviously, Keeping 13 for the past days. So I read that one now, but I already talked about that. So yeah, those were all the books I read. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I do hope I see you in the next one. Bye guys, love you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm sorry it's been a little bit chaotic, but it's just getting used to new background, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, bye guys, bye.